Back in the kitchen now with Lindsay Brooks from Runaway Spoon, and today's show is all about quick and easy, and we're getting a little bit healthy too, for now anyway.
For now.
We're going to get a little naughty a little later on. We've got our bean soup, and this is a great guilt-free dip, and I have to tell you, Lindsay, we have been eating more and more of this in our house these days. I'm a dipper.
Yep.
I could just, give me a good movie or a good game, and I put a plate of dip and veggies and stuff in front of me, and it's gone before you know it.
Same here,
So I tried to figure out, that's not going to go away. That's just not going to. So I tried to figure out, okay, what are some dips that we can eat that are a little more guilt-free? So I started really getting into the whole hummus thing.
Exactly.
And then Bob started liking hummus. He loves hummus, and now even Ireland is into hummus. So it's really kind of taken on, and she says that for school, her girlfriends at lunch pull out containers of hummus and veggies, and I think the whole hummus thing has really taken off.
You know, it's a lot better for you than, let's say, a ranch dip or something like that. Even if you're making ranch with a yogurt base, it still has a lot of calories, and it's still going to spoil on you. Hummus is going to be a lot more stable for you. You can bring it in your lunches for school, but then chickpeas in general have just a ton of protein in them, so they're a really good way to balance out maybe, the bread that you might be dipping into the hummus, but you're getting that protein out of it. So
yeah, it is funny to me because I remember only hearing of hummus maybe 5-6 years ago. I didn't even know what in the world it was.
Right.
And now it's just it's a part of our lives. So you're going to find it pre-made all over the place, and even the pre-made hummus has come a long way, but there's nothing like making your own. So
and it's super easy. I really feel like it's something that you can tailor to however you like it. So we're going to do lemon and dill, but if you want to do, jalapeno peppers in there and cilantro, if you want something a little bit spicier, or if you want to just go more towards like a roasted garlic and red pepper in it, you can really play with it to alter what you want it to be, but it's still a healthy dip for you to have out. For sure.
And it's fun sometimes to do a few different hummuses out. So we're starting out, hummus starts out with garbanzo beans, also called chickpeas. In fact, sometimes on the can you'll see garbanzo beans and chickpeas, both there. So
yep, and sometimes you got to turn the can to the other side to see the other wording, but they're the same bean. They're just labeled two different names.
Why, I have no idea, but pick yourself up a can of that, or sometimes I'll double, triple the recipes. But again, you've rinsed and drained these like we did with the beans,
exactly,
correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Just because that salt, you want to pull out that salt, and you want to drain them so you don't have that salt brine that the chickpeas are in.
Okay.
Food processor is also the key to it. If you don't have a food processor, it's pretty hard to do without it. You can try with a masher, but you're not going to get the same texture and feeling that you're going to look for in a food processor.
And they have so come down in price. Even the mini ones will do the job for this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so in go our chickpeas.
Yep, about 2 cups or so, or 1 can is 15 ounces. That's close enough.
Okay.
A couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
1 whole garlic clove, can be already peeled, ready to go for you.
And so you don't have to chop it up because
Yep.
the food processor will do the work.
Some fresh dill, just a handful of fresh dill, about 1/4 of a cup or so. Again, any herbs you want to put in here is great. I like dill to go with the veggies and the dip that we're going to make here.
And I've never put dill in hummus, so I'm excited about this because I
Yeah.
happen to love it. Now here's the secret ingredient, and this is another product that 5 years ago I had never heard of this.
Yep, and it was hard to come by in the grain-based stores, for sure.
This is called tahini. And in fact, when I first put a hummus recipe in one of my cookbooks, I got a lot of questions. What in the world is tahini? And basically, it is, think peanut butter, peanuts mashed or pureed peanut butter. Tahini is sesame seeds mashed, like a sesame seed paste.
Yep. So it's going to be this consistency of peanut butter, but it's actually just straight up sesame seeds. And it adds it's slightly fermented, so it adds a little bit of a salt to it and just a little bit of a roasted flavor. If you don't have it, you can omit it, but if you can find a jar of it, it's worth spending a few bucks on the jar and adding it to your recipes.
You do keep it refrigerated, so after you open it, but a jar will last in your refrigerator for quite some time, and you can find that right at your regular grocery store. So
absolutely.
All right, in goes the tahini.
Yep. So that's gonna be, like I said, that peanut butter type consistency, about a tablespoon or so. It is pretty potent, so you don't want to overdo it, but about a tablespoon or so is about what you're looking for. And then the last is going to be a juice of 1 lemon.
Okay.
Sometimes when you make hummus, it's going to say a lot, like 1/4 of a cup of olive oil or so. This is only going to have a couple tablespoons because you're getting a lot more juice from that lemon. So, but again, a juice of 1 whole lemon makes it pretty tart. It's pretty strong. It's going to hold up to a plain piece of bread or a big piece of vegetable that you're going to dip with it.
And I love lemon, so and this one I'm not seeing any seeds, so
I must have picked out a lucky one. Yeah,
exactly.
And I'm going to grab some salt and pepper too. You want to take it easy on the salt because you've got the lemon and you've got the tahini in there, but just a pinch to kind of mellow out the flavors here. And then a fair amount of black pepper always goes into my hummus.
Now, if you're having people over, up to how many, a day ahead would you say is the best, you know, or?
Yeah, you know, a week in advance is completely fine. A day in advance is good because all those flavors mellow
and
together
fresh,
and it comes together.
Yeah, sometimes a little bit too advanced is a little bit too much. I love
Right.
it. Really, it's going to be at its best, I think, a day ahead.
So we're going to give it a little scrape here and give
Yep.
that little spatula.
I sure do. And I like mine pretty thin or smooth, I would say. So really let the
You want to really let it go, and
yeah.
you can always add a little water or a little more olive oil depending on what you want for your consistency.
I'll grab some more olive oil in case we need it. And we've got some great dippers to serve with this. We've got carrots, pita bread, pita chips are wonderful, broccoli, all sorts of fun things. Sugar snap peas are also a fun dipper.
Just a nice, exactly.
Yep,
I think
different.
that's something that's not normally on a tray, but I think it goes really well.
Yep, I love to serve it with red pepper too. So we're gonna let this get a little smoother. I can tell it needs a little more oil.
Just a little
maybe
bit more oil to make it as whatever consistency you're looking for. We'll say that much to it.
All right, we'll let this do its thing, and Lindsay's going to be doing some chocolate chip turnovers
Quick
coming
and
up.
easy,
Yum,
promise.
can't wait. Stay with us. We'll be back.